Mazda Speed 3, engine, bunch of stuff. And we got Corey.
What's up, guys? So today, we're taking a break from the build you've seen on the channel. And I'm going to review two of Steven's speeds. So, first up, we have a Speed 3.
Let me get them down the line. Mm-hmm.
Nice Gen 1.
Yep.
I do like the color, actually. Probably
Black.
my favorite color of the Gen 1s.
Right.
So, first off, let's talk about just the engine bay. That's where we're at. So, the 16W is actually a billet-made piece that is discontinued at this point. But
one of 20, too.
1 of 20.
Yep.
You got to throw that in there, and you got to make sure
got a flex on it.
Knows.
Mm-hmm.
Very sick piece. Been informed JMF was modeled after this, apparently, as far as we know. So they do look extremely similar. I wouldn't doubt it, but something about this manifold that none of the other ones have in the aftermarket scene is the throttle body's mounted at the bottom. Is that correct?
Yep, it's at the direct middle and direct bottom.
It actually makes mounting some things a little bit difficult.
Right, it's technically the worst decision to make intercooler piping, but
yeah, it is pretty unique. And as you can see right here, no other Speed has this much room here, which it's actually really sick.
It's kind of nice. It really is.
Being able to get to the starter without a throttle body here.
Yep. Bam, right
underrated feature.
Yep.
Talk about the fuel rail, additional fuel rail rather. Thing is super sick. Came with the manifold, the 16W Fabworks manifold, and the fuel rail. I like the position of the injector bungs, to be honest.
They're in a good spot.
And in the other manifolds, they're on the runners.
Right.
And some people say it helps disperse better, but I think this looks way cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Just the slant of them makes it a lot cleaner piece here, and really solid billet. What kind of injectors do you have in here?
They're 1,000cc Bosch.
1,000cc. So,
yep.
So you're good for like 800, right?
Right.
So is that what you're going to be doing, or are you running returnless?
I was gonna run returnless to get started, just so I could get like a good 550 out of it, and then after it's running good and I've driven it a little bit, maybe shoot for the moon with the 800.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually be going returnless as well.
Nice.
And you guys will see that on my channel in a few weeks. But it's really easy to go to a return setup. Mm-hmm. You just need to buy a regulator.
Right.
That's pretty much more hose, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
So it's easy to swap over if you start returnless.
It's more work than parts on that one. Yep.
Right, for sure. So valve cover, I do like the candy, the sparkle in this. What color is this, you know?
I don't know. It came with it, but you can see the sparkle. It's like purplish a little bit, but
yeah, it's not a bad color. I'm sure if you polish it up, it'd look nice. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we have the coil pack relocation plate.
Right.
These came out like a year and a half ago. I don't remember who made them, but if you know who made them or you are the person who made them, comment down below, remind me.
Yep.
They are really sick, like $40-50 for a plate, and it just cleans up really well. If you don't want to pay for a wire tuck,
right, definitely
save a few $100.
Big improvement. Yep.
Yeah. Don't have a breather cap, I noticed. Nope,
you don't need that. Everyone says more breather is better, but the breather cap just spits oil everywhere. It's not worth it.
I've had experiences blowing dipsticks. Steven says you don't need it.
No. I think the PCV plate is the reason the dipstick blows out. I don't think it's this. I don't think that can ever prevent the dipstick from blowing out, you know? I think it's more about the PCV ventilation, but I could be wrong. So if someone is smarter than us, let us know. That'd be great.
No, I would appreciate if somebody worked for a Haltech or something and they knew what was up.
A real champ.
A real champ.
Yep.
So your power steering.
Right.
Wish I did. That'd be.
Yeah, I was told. I almost deleted it, but I was told the power steering. You should probably keep it. It's worth it. It's not.
My when I had my Gen 2, I don't know if there's any videos. If I find them, I'll post it up. Mm-hmm. But I would crank on that steering wheel.
And it would be insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
My arms were looking like Popeyes.
Right.
After I had that thing for a few months. So on your PCV plate, what one do you have actually?
So I've got the Damon PCV plate. It's going to be...
And that's the one with the 3 ports?
It does have 3 ports, but I only have 2 ports open on it. I've got the traditional like PCV you know, like one.
PCV valve?
Yeah, the valve part, and then I've got one that's completely open, you know?
Okay, and do you have, so are you running a breather setup or a catch can setup on this?
No catch can yet. I literally only started the engine like once or twice.
Okay.
And I just left it completely venting open, you know? Just right out in the open.
Okay. And I don't know if you need it anyways.
Right. I was told you don't need it, but oil will just get spit everywhere, you know?
Right, yeah. And some people, they have catch cans, and some people after a week will be filled.
Right.
Some people after 3 months it's empty. So
it's there's no real information on what's going on, so it's tough to know.
They do look nice though, mounted up in the engine.
Hell yeah.
So I'm assuming you have a high pressure fuel pump.
Yes, sir.
Autotex.
Mm-hmm.
Does was it Corksport make some?
Yeah, I think Corksport and Autotech.
But they're the same thing.
Right.
So whatever one's cheaper, just buy that one.
Yep.
But
mine are actually Corksport for a fact because I bought them brand new.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. But the thing is, no matter what your car is, stock or 1,000 horsepower, this should be your first mod you ever make.
Facts. You got to get the high pressure fuel pump internals.
So if you ever come across somebody and you ask them if they have high pressure fuel pump internals, and they say no,
they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, probably don't ask them for advice.
Nope.
I see you don't have any
what?
steel fuel lines.
Nope.
You're not about that aesthetic?
Well, I am, but those are all I had, so I just went with it.
That's fair.
Got to just get the car running in my case, but
that's fair. I actually broke one of these off one time.
Yo, I've broken
Mazda like $100.
Yo, it's the worst. You can actually use a generic hose on those and just double clamp it.
Yeah.
I've done that for over 2 years, and it actually it never leaked or anything. So if you're in a pinch, a hose double clamped on one of those guys will work.
There you go. Yeah, I would. Whatever your case may be, if they do break, don't buy a new one. Get a steel line, or do the whole Steven MacGyver trick.
Exactly. Don't buy from Mazda. They're so expensive. It's a joke.
Might even be more than 100.
Facts. What do you think about the turbo setup and the top mount setup, though?
Turbo set, what was that, 58?
Yep, ball bearing.
Ball bearing, anti-surge, you can see it. Are you running a blow-off valve on this, actually?
No, I'm not. It's right here, actually. That's the blow-off valve that I was using, but...
Is that Turbo Smart? What is that?
It's a GFB one.
Oh, Go Fast Bits.
Go Fast Bits.
Yeah,
You think I'll run into issues with no blow-off valve, or...
No, man. Not anti-surge.
Right.
The problems people have with blow-off valves is, like, 20 years ago.
Yep, they're not real. They're not understanding what the real...
engineering's so far now that...
Shout out to the guy with the, don't say his name, but the guy with the world record Speed 6. He gave me a bunch of crap for saying that you can run your car with no blow-off valve, and I defended it with my life, and he said that I was stupid for that. So shout out to the guy with the world record for just making me feel bad, because look at this, no blow-off valve. Corey, the man, agrees with me. He says it's fine when you got a turbo like that. But we'll find out for you guys. If we blow it up, we're not going to hide the info. We're going to tell you what's going on.
We'll keep it honest for sure. If you don't believe us, and the fact that you can run one without a blow-off valve or a bypass valve,
right?
Just look at 2,000 horsepower Supras that don't have them.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
If they're pushing 50 pounds of boost on a 70 millimeter, you think we need one?
Right. Exactly. It's about the turbo setup and whether...
Don't have a lot of back pressure. Just make sure all your ranges are efficient.
Yeah, maybe have an extra big intercooler in case it kind of builds up type thing.
Yeah, but you'll be fine. And the sound it makes is absolutely sick.
Right.
So who doesn't like the
facts? There we go. Right? Yep.
I do have a question.
Yo.
Everything else is looking mint.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on here?
So we got a hood exit going on. And if you guys saw my first start video, I had to get it started, so I put the hood exit. And if you don't know, there's no space back behind there, so I couldn't get it to face downward, but it's facing upward for now, and that's probably how we'll have to run it for a little bit till we get a custom exhaust.
So hopefully you're not cutting this thing.
I'm not cutting the hood, no way. I've cut the hood. I'm not cutting the pipe either, because that one was custom made to fit a Speed 6. Right. So I'm definitely not cutting that pipe. That's why it's so large, and that's why it's like looking crazy, is because with it sticking up like that, it looks stupid, but I would not cut that pipe because that was a lot of money to get that thing made.
Fair enough. I mean, we've all been there, right? Just trying to get stuff working.
Exactly.
So we were talking about the turbo. Let's go back to that for a minute. It says it's a 5858. Do you know what the AR is on it?
It's .82, I believe.
Okay, so pretty standard.
Right. It's not crazy big, not crazy small.
Not crazy big, but that should be good for what, 600 horsepower?
Right, maybe 550, but it'll spool pretty quick, I hope.
I'd imagine.
Ball bearing and the smaller housing.
4,000 or just about there.
Right.
And I mean, 4,000 is the place to be anyways.
Facts.
Just do a little brake boost if you're
really trying to race.
Walked.
Yep.
But nothing's out here walking this.
No.
I mean,
it's going to be tough to get walked.
You're faster than 99% of traffic.
Right. If we were running.
STIs.
Right.
Yep. Are going to try to walk up on you, but
they'll know the truth.
They'll know. As soon as they
hear it spool.
As soon as they hear your wastegate open up, they'll know.
Facts.
Speaking of which, is that a 44 millimeter?
It is. Precision, too.
Precision. Those are expensive ones.
Right? I sold my tile and I kept that one. I guess good thing I kept it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like those, actually. But they say they're quieter.
Right.
Than the tiles. But I think they're louder.
Right.
Maybe my ears are just broken, but...
No, I think it's just each application is a little different, and people aren't comparing apples to apples.
Right, fair enough. So the thing, cool thing about these Precisions, if you guys don't know, they only have 2 ports. There's no coolant that runs through these. It's oil-cooled. Right. And makes it for easy maintenance, as you can see. I have big hands, so I can't really fit them back here. Right. But imagine trying to get an oil line back here.
It would be terrible.
Be a nightmare.
Right.
What lines do you have? Are they just Cosmics or what?
Yeah, I think Cosmic actually. Yup.
Yeah, those are the hookups. Right. So I don't really shout out stuff, guys, but
Cosmic
makes really solid lines. So if you guys need some,
gotta get them.
Gotta get them. That's just.
We're pushing 12 minutes, by the way, so it might be time to check the Speed 6.
All right. Let's go ahead and
keep moving on. Yep. Last look at the old Speed 3. The best engine bay I've ever created. It's not even close to being done. We got all this stuff, but it'll get better.
It does look good.
Thank you, dude.
I think the Speed 3
is the good one.
It's actually a nice car.
Right.
I'm not too
annoyed with it. Right.
Or mad at Steven for what he's done.
Right.
Because a lot of the times he does buy some hoopties.
Speaking of hoopties.
Speaking of a hoopty. Let's go ahead and just take a look at this thing.
Let me do a pan out real quick of the old girl. The old Speed 6. BBS, real BBS, by the way.
Real BBS.
We figured that out. Even though they look cheap, they are real. So
previous owners curved them a bit, but I'm sure you can still resell them for some amount.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the back.
The old twin scroll.
That steel line is looking sick, though.
Right?
Not gonna lie.
Yep.
So this might be the only Speed in existence with this, guys. But if you can see back here on the exhaust manifold, one it's a log style cast manifold.
Right.
Top mount. But secondly, most importantly, it's a twin scroll setup.
Yes, sir.
So you can't even buy those anymore.
It's basically the only way you can get them is if you buy one with it already installed.
So if you guys have any information on how the flow is on those, I would love to see it.
Yep.
Otherwise, engine bay.
It's just stock and ugly.
Kind of a mess.
Yep. Dirty.
Super dirty. It still has flappers installed on it, as you can tell by the solenoid and the plunger. The thing has a lot of miles on it.
Only 115. It looks like it has more, though. It looks like it has more.
I wish you didn't tell me it had 115.
I know.
Because it looks like...
It looks like it has 250. Yep.
It looks like people just didn't care about this thing.
Right. It's sad. Someone put a lot of money early in this girl's life, but they gave up on her quick.
Yeah, there are a lot of old parts that are good, but really...
It needs a lot of love.
The thing just clapped out, dude.
Yep, facts. You could tell by the paint and the bumper and stuff, it's clapped.
It's like Deborah came back after the divorce and she's asking to get back together.
Facts.
That's the Speed 6.
It's sad, but
I mean,
it's better.
It does have a meth kit in it.
Yep.
Really stealthy meth kit setup, actually.
Devil's
like
own.
Positioning. What is this?
What is this?
What are these?
Ricer pegs.
What are these?
Those are ricer pegs.
Who installed these?
I don't know, dude. Don't even ask me. It's sad, but what can you do?
Okay. I mean, really, I wouldn't be so hung up on it, but what did you pay for it, Steven?
I don't want to say. You could say the number 4. You could say the number 4, somewhere around there, but it's not a good. Either way, I did not make the best purchase. It's unfortunate, but did you see the shift knob? You're running out of battery. You're running out of battery, but look at the shift knob.
It's an OG perm, huh?
Yes, and that thing is nice. And look at all the stuff it came with. All that came in here. The coolant. What is that? Is that seafoam? We got seafoam, you know. That means
it's
the
like
car was
$100 in fluids,
right. The car was running beautifully because obviously you never use seafoam unless you're
especially on a direct injection.
Right, you never use seafoam unless it's just in perfect condition.
The interior doesn't look too bad though, really.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The paint is faded. Some people look like they spray painted the top.
I know, and the hood.
Looks like it was green at some point.
It's sad.
I don't know, man.
Is it a keeper or is it a just get out of it and try to break even type car?
I'd say this is a part out territory.
Part out territory.
This is a learning experience for all you guys watching.
Yep.
Don't get yourself into this.
Nope.
If it seems like a good deal,
too good to be true.
it might not be.
Right.
Luckily, I do think Steven will be able to break even on this, but not everybody will be.
Right.
So, watch out for that, guys. The turbo setup,
not bad.
Not bad at all, once it's hooked up.
Right, but that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much all there is to cover on this, you guys. But yeah.
It's a long video, but you got to call it.
That's how it goes, guys. We'll come back to you. Next video I'll be posting. Update to the engine teardown.
Yes, sir.
Stay tuned for that. You guys want to see more of this stuff? I got plenty more friends of Speeds, so let me know.